And we're live! Hello and welcome to this Saturday stream with Maddie ALLin and TMoney of FreedomTV.info. Welcome!
Hi guys, how you doing?
Today what we're going to be doing is talking about the next HEX conference that we're putting on, pulsehex.com 2022 conference update. And we're so excited because the response that we're getting from the community is really awesome, just as we expected. There's still a lot of energy built up because of the first mass HEX meetup that we did in Vegas. I know Richard keeps mentioning, I've heard him say 4 or 5 or 6 times how cool it was to see the tank crushing the car and what that symbolized for wanting to end high fees on the Ethereum network. And I know that TMoney here was instrumental in helping us pull off the first mass HEX meetup. So thank you again for that.
Of course, yeah. You know, I just to update you guys, I did get COVID. I was sick for right after the conference, so I haven't been streaming a whole lot. But you guys can see us in Vegas Crypto Talk on our live stream there on FreedomTV.info. However, so I was kind of out and about, but you know, I'm back, so stronger than ever. We're you know, we had a great time at the meetup. We met some awesome people. You know, I feel
Yes.
the Hexagon community is one of the most best communities that I've ever been a part of. So, I mean, we treat each other like a family. We had a lot of fun. You know, you can look at our videos on freedomtv.info. Also, there's a bunch of pictures that if you want to download, you can download pictures if you want to have your pictures and post them on Facebook and tag yourself. That's all good. So, you know, it's all good for us.
And yeah, and you know, your channel has been doing super well, and I know this channel has as well. The Quant Gang stream that we do every week, the recent one got 6,500 views just on YouTube, and that's like a 5.5 hour video. And I know the Hex Therapy Live is getting like 2,500 views, and it used to be awesome to get 200 views, I remember. And I know your channel's growing very quickly, and so we're very grateful to everybody who's watching. And we just want to, you know, cut right to the chase and let people know to, you know, be the faces of the conference and to let you know that, you know, what the plans are to recruit your help and to be selling tickets at this phase so that we can pay for the conference space. And there's down payments that are required because the conference that we're going to be putting on this time is going to be modeled after professional scientific conferences, because HEX is a really big deal. It's something that is, in my opinion, probably going to receive Nobel Prizes, plural, if you know, if the legacy Nobel Prize system ever catches up to the innovation, and usually they do, I think. And so I'm just so excited because it's really looking like it's going to be a culmination between the first HEX conference, which was January 6th through 9th of 2021. And so that was about 7 or 8 months ago now. But we had Richard Hart speaking at that. He came on for like 4 hours. He did a talk with me that we called Self-Health, which is the intersection of self-help. He wrote a 17-page self-help book, and mental health, which is the area that I'm coming from. So, you know, and Richard has bragged a lot about the fact that the HEX conference, he's not involved in the planning. It's a community event. And this helps give really HEX more credibility because we don't work for Richard. We're doing this because we love the community. because the community has given so much to us. We want to give back. That's why we're spending so much time planning this conference and looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot. I mean, that's Maddie, you hit it in the head with 369, right? So March 6th through the 9th. We got this a verbal agreement with the convention space. They're going to hold it out for us for another 30 days, but we're going to definitely need to put the deposit to secure the space. So, I mean, we've been working hard to get all the logistics, especially because it's around the corner, right? I mean, it's like not even 6 months from now, right? So, then you have the January 6th through the 9th. We're gonna have the video conference, right? So everybody's gonna be in stream, and that's gonna be exciting.
Yes.
So that's kind of like the pre veiling, right, about the live conference. So
yeah, and what we saw last time when we put that on was that there were over 40 HEX streamers who participated. Essentially, all of the community wanted to be involved in this education event online, and so people can still go back and see. We did like 8 hours a day for 4 days straight for the first HEX conference. We heard from Dev Kyle, who is the one who wrote the majority of the HEX smart contract code. He used to be a programmer for Netflix, and he came on and explained his idea of how T-shares came about and why delaying gratification is so important. The marshmallow test, which is from psychology about delaying gratification. We had a lot of brilliant presentations, and it just so happens a couple of the hexagons that I think we're gonna shout out today, they actually had a keynote. Abit and Patrick HEXLion of Crypto Sparbuck, they did a keynote presentation at the first HEX conference online, and the predictions that they made when they modeled out what's going to happen in the future with T-shares and what the total supply of T-shares will be in the future, I mean, they hit the nail right on the head. I mean, other people were incorrectly predicting, but it's the Germans, those two that did such an outstanding Austrian and German, galaxy-brained, beautiful people who have their own channel. Everybody follow them. But I think that there's going to be more that they are going to be doing for the community. Can you speak to that?
Absolutely. So, shout out to definitely HEXLion and Abit. They've been working hard, and Freedom TV has been working with them to do the logistics on their tour. They're going to do a North American tour, which is pretty much they're going to hit 35 cities in 180 days. So, they want to, they're going to stake one of those on the first day when they leave. And then of course it's going to mature right when they come back. So it's they're going to start in Vegas and it's going to end in Vegas. So they are going to go to Canada. I mean, hopefully, depending on the COVID, if they don't shut down the borders and all that, anything like that, we're crossing our fingers, but definitely they're going to go up to BC, Vancouver, and also one of their stops is Toronto. So anybody Mexicans out there in the Canadian community, if you guys want to meet up, we're definitely going to go to West Coast, East Coast, Canada. So here in Vegas, I mean, they're going to start from Vegas. They're going to leave around September, and the last stop is going to be here in Vegas again, and that'll be for March and ready for March 6th through the 9th. So yeah, we're going to display their cars there at the conference too. So at PulseHex.com, PulseHex conference. So, there's going to be a contest too. I'm not able to tell you the details about that yet, but they're working on those too. So look for them. There's going to be a tour dates on their website, and of course on FreedomTV.info on our website. Also, I'm pretty sure on Matty Allen's website, we're going to all coordinate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. So that you can be available and meet them at your city near you. Definitely if you want to reach out to us and do something special in your town, head us up so we know. So like I said, it's going to be from September all the way to March. So and you'll see the dates, and you can kind of coordinate with us the dates that they're going to be in what city. So
wow, so they're going to be doing like a 6-month long HEX meetup, city by city.
Yeah, HEX Pulse meetup. So
I love that.
Check this out. So it's going to go in a caravan of 3 cars. The first car,
of course,
they're Audis. They're going to be Audis.
Awesome.
They're German, right? They're Deutschland. So so they're going to be so I think it's good. The first car is going to be an Audi R8, which is the sports car. That's going to be a HEX. That's going to be wrapped like HEX logo and everything. And then the other one is the SUV Pulse car. It's a Q7. And actually right now, as we speak, the Q7 is getting wrapped right now. And
wow.
The R8 is getting delivered on August 18th. So here to Vegas, so we can wrap it. So we've been working hard here at Freedom TV, and we're getting the word out, getting the marketing out. So definitely shout out to you guys, and you guys, it's all for you guys, really. So for the Hexagon community.
And I know that they are starting a Telegram group that people can join by going to t.me/US road trip. And I'll drop the link here in the comments. And then I'll also put the link for the conference Telegram. And that's going to be t.me/pulse hexcom. COM.
So the Mango Junkie, he's asking who I am. I guess my name is TMoney. I'm with FreedomTV.info, and we coordinated with Matty Allen this last Las Vegas meetup. We were one of the coordinators for the logistics. Also, we're helping Matty ALLin with the Pulse Hex Conference 2022, and also with Crypto Shbaba for the road trip. So we're doing all those logistics. So
awesome.
If you guys want to have any ideas, or right now is the time to give us some ideas, what you guys want to see here in Vegas or even on the road trip. And we'll probably post by next week. We'll have all the stops and all the dates finalized for the U.S. road trip, the actually North American road trip, because they're going to Canada also.
And then the final link that we'll need people to get to is pulsehex.eventbrite.com. And what that is that's the place where people can get tickets. Now, let me explain how the tickets are going to work for the conference. We knew right away, because of how popular the HEX meetup was, that we were going to have to limit ticket sales, especially the way that HEX has been growing. The number of views, the number of people in the Telegram groups, the number of people following Richard, everything has doubled at least since we were doing a HEX meetup a couple months ago. And the HEX meetup actually had about 3 times as many people show up as we initially thought. Initially, we were planning for 100, and we ended up with almost 350 people participating. And these weren't just people who were there to party or to gamble or to do other things. They were there to network with other people in the HEX community, to celebrate the mad gains, to build new projects, get new ideas, and really take something that's been a very digital and online experience of building community, building relationships, watching streams together, and making it more of a physical, in-person reality. And that's been such a cool thing. And so when we realized we had to limit the ticket sales, that's even scaling, doing a 5x from the last meetup. And so what we're taking on now is going to be a conference that can hold 1,369 people. And one of the reasons why we're going to limit it to that size is because we have to have enough chairs set up in the main room for the keynote presentations, and then we also have to have space to do breakout rooms where people can immediately go to other auditoriums where basically where there will already be chairs set up. So really we have to kind of have enough space for 3,000 people when we're bringing in 1,369 so that all the events will go smoothly. But I know that the way that the tickets will work, because we have to get down payments and because we want the conference to fund itself, and we're going to have to put down payments of $60,000 or $90,000 for the conference space. And so the budget of the conference will pay for it, but in order to have Eventbrite send the money to us so that we can send it to the venues, then we'll have to sell enough tickets in order to make those down payments, which is just fine because we know we're going to sell out very quickly. The tickets have been on sale, and I wanted to update TMoney that I just looked at the numbers, and it looks like just by mentioning it on YouTube streams, a couple times here, we've already had about $11,000 worth of sales. The tickets are $369 each, of course, and that's going to be covering people's food, the conference space, their merch that people will get in their merch bag, and so there's a lot that's going to come with that for multiple days, having this giant conference space and having teams of people in order to pull this off. I expect that we'll probably be sharing the budget with people. Maybe we can do that here in a couple weeks when we have that more nailed down and everything. But even with very little promotion, right? Because I have email lists, I have the HEX Meetup chat. There's a Telegram group that we did for the Ski Cat giveaway that has more people in it than even the Staker app Telegram group. So there's 1,000 people in that Telegram group. There's tons of people. And Tony, what I realized just recently is that HEX has made more millionaires than we have space for at the conference already.
Wow.
We're months away from the conference, and HEX has already made too many millionaires to have in one conference. I love that.
That's awesome. We have a Bufo on the beat. He was asking, will someone get kicked out if it's if someone doesn't have HEX? Actually, no, right? So no.
Of course not.
For mainly, we want to promote Pulse, especially because it's just coming out. Especially the developers who's going to develop on the Pulse chain, right? We want to promote that. We want to promote, of course, HEX. And then also it's a great way to onboard you there at the conference, especially with your new app, right? Matty ALLin, the T-Share app, right? Yeah.
With T-Sharp, we don't take a fee. And so, that's something that at the meetup, I promoted because we were launching it at the same time. It helps to have deadlines to get software done. And so I, out of my own pocket, paid for some physical cards to be printed, some flyers basically that looked kind of like bookmarks, and we put those in the merch bags for people and talked about it on the streams. Because it's funny you bring that up. Right after I announced that we weren't going to charge any fees for T-Share app, Staker app cut their fees in half. And so everybody who uses StakeRep, you're welcome for reducing your fees. And but by the way, I love StakeRep. We've had stuff on the program. They're doing super advanced things. People are getting their money's worth when they use StakeRep or a T-Share app. There's lots of cool things that Hexicans make, and so that's why like this idea of the Hex community being all inclusive, being a positive community that isn't devolving into tribalism and stuff. It's really awesome to see, and the fact that ABIT and HEXLine, they're going to do a 6-month-long HEX meetup. I love that, right? I held one of the HEX meetups, was one of the sponsors along with you, or hosts, I guess, and that was a lot of work, and we pulled it off, and it was amazing, and it's going to go down in history. And now I love that somebody else is going to be doing a bunch of meetups. We're operating from a position of abundance, and so I've also heard rumblings that other groups are gonna put on conferences. I love that too. There should not just be one HEX conference. There should be many. Yeah.
So we've been we also been talking to Discord Syndicate. They want to put their own big conference together in late 2022. So we're going to check that out too. They're going to bring in big speakers and great venue. It's going to be off the hook. So definitely you want to go on Discord Syndicate and check that out. For Maddie ALLin's conference, it's going to be, we definitely want to, the star crown jewel is Pulse, right? That's why it's called Pulse HEX Conference, because definitely we want to the new developer teams, right, to start developing on Pulse, because that'll pump our Pulse bag. Whoever went on the sacrifice phase, great for you guys, but you guys are not, if you didn't get in the sacrifice phase, it's still early. Once the Pulse comes out, it's going to be most likely very inexpensive to get into that coin, and pretty much get on it now.
The reason that I thought the name Pulse Hex would be the best description of what the conference would be, that we're turning into a reality, is that technically Hex on the Pulse network will be called Pulse Hex or P Hex, but what it really symbolizes to me is that there's a community in Pulse and there's a community in Hex, and we all get along. And so whether you're there for Pulse, whether you're there for Hex, even if you like eHex the best, you are more than welcome. We want to include you. We do not want to have fiascos like at the Bitcoin conference, where it ended up being completely sponsored by garbage leveraged exchanges, where they planted their marketing and executive people on the panels. Peter McCormick was like, physically pushing a woman away because she was calling out Jack Dorsey. Our plan is to not have so many cringe moments and stuff like that. What we're looking for is something that can promote mental health, because that's a part of having sudden wealth syndrome, being able to promote honest actors, being able to promote community, promoting Hex streamers and Pulse streamers, supporting other, the meetups that are happening, the US road trip, right? And anything else that the community wants to highlight. That's why with the first HEX conference, you can go back and you can look at hexchange.io. You can look at the schedule. You can look at how we chose and included everybody. And so it was really awesome. And I think that my experience as somebody who's presented scientific discoveries internationally and in a lot of places in the United States, I've been to a lot of traditional conferences, and I've been here in the HEX community from the beginning, and I'm honored to really put on something that's going to include everybody and is it's going to be something that we can all be proud of.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So like we're going to be what I'm looking forward to is all the what's going to be developed on the Pulse chain, right? So
yeah, that'll be cool.
You're right. New apps, maybe new coins, right? P whatever, right?
Yes.
In the DeFi space, even like, in the gaming space, fun stuff that can happen. I really want to look at, bring your ideas, right? We want to bring your ideas. If you have this idea for something, maybe that's where you got a network, right? At the Pulse HEX conference. So, bring your great creativity and, the sky's the limit, right?
That's right. Yeah. And so we'll keep releasing details and updating this website here, which is my Medium blog, where we've posted for all the different conferences and stuff. This is going to continue to evolve. We'll be putting together all the details. People can go back and see. I think I can just keep scrolling down and it'll take me to the first HEX conference. Let me find it here. And people can kind of see what that looked like, because I think it's going to give people an idea of what it's going to look like. Here we go. Yeah, so this was the online portion, and it was hexchange.live 2021, the first HEX conference, free live digital, January 6th to 9th, and it had the times there. And then it showed all the different people who helped promote the project, the conference donations, and then this is a cool graphic because it shows you the schedule that we had by day. So each day is listed in the columns here, and you can see it's color coded to show that in orange that was a panel. So there was a panel with Crypto Coffee, Hexologist, Dollar Cost Crypto, and RG3, and they were talking about community. So you can go to that part of the video that's still up on YouTube, and you can see day 1, hour 1, what was going on there. And then we had a rapid round with many panelists. About 10 different streamers came in for that. And then we had HEX talks were 20-minute talks in general. And so we had Crypty Girl and Nate J, who both won millions of HEX from SkiCat. Myself and Kareem each gave separate talks, and then we had the Crypto Sparbach keynote, and then we had a social at the end on each day. We had Freddie Quotes doing a concert at the end of day 1 to kick off the social. That was really cool. And then you can see the format for each day after that. The talks weren't always in the same place, but there was always panels, talks, keynotes, and socials. All the way to where Richard and I were doing our talk, and then Richard gave a talk himself as a keynote speaker, and we had a social. So it was so amazing. And then here's the same thing, just showing you everybody's name and what their time was, and then just a really nice way to see it if you're on a mobile phone, to be able to see the schedule day by day or topic by topic, whichever one people wanted. We had a panel on game theory, on staking, on being a global community. We had talks about price, about self-health, right? And then this keynote was predicting the future of T-shares. Hexologist did a keynote being the one of the main founders of the community, RG3 as well. And Richard did his keynote. And so there was just so much awesome stuff happening just on the online version. And you can imagine how this energy is going to grow more and more in the in person as well.
Nice. So you're gonna do this. You're gonna do updates for the January video conference, right?
Yeah. So everything will evolve on HEX. Sorry, on pulsehex.com. That's how you get to the. That's how you get to the Medium article about the conference here that we're planning.
Awesome. So I saw here a comment, Hex Farmer. Thank you very much. Yeah, we did our best. It was a team of us. You know, it's here in Vegas. They volunteered their time, their efforts. Thank you very much for being there. You know, I had a blast with everybody and meeting the whole community. A lot of the streamers I was smitten with, you know, so to meet them in person. Oh my gosh, when I saw Kareem and Wales Only, I was definitely smitten. And the Quant gang, right, all together in my living room. That was awesome. I was like,
yes.
wow.
So the details will keep getting updated, but the tickets are selling now. If you want to support the fundraising, the way that the tickets are working is that what you're buying is just to attend an online version, which the end date is every week. So the instructions are very clear that like you're going to get airdropped a ticket. Only people who buy online tickets are the ones who will be able to get the physical tickets, because we needed to release the funds from Eventbrite so that we can spend all of the money on the conference and not get 70% of the money after the conference happens. And so being able to use their tools is going to allow us to scale up the event to have you show your ticket on your phone, and then we'll be able to scan it. We'll be able to do notifications to everybody. But that's what we're asking, is that people go ahead and buy your fundraising tickets now. Everybody who buys a fundraising ticket will be awarded a conference ticket in person. And those are the only people who will get the conference tickets. So it's really great to be able to have a system that's going to work for us and work for the planning part of things. Like I said, we've already started selling tickets without even promoting it. And so now you're going to see probably on Twitter and on YouTube, right, the thousands and thousands of people who are watching on our channels, they are going to get a chance to get pulsehex.com conference tickets. And that's before we even started announcing all the special guests, all the keynotes, all the streamers. And so it's really exciting to be able to put this on. You're going to be seeing a lot of updates online from now on because things are live. But the people who already got tickets, you're going to be not sweating it. You're not going to be anxious that you're going to miss out. Whereas I do expect a lot of broken hearts. I expect tickets to sell out. 1,369 tickets. There's more Hex millionaires than there are tickets. So get your tickets now at pulsehex.eventbrite.com, and go ahead and hit like and subscribe here to keep getting more updates. Visit pulsehex.com to find the links for the Telegram, and for the YouTube, the stream that we're doing right now is showing up here. And so you're going to be able to find all your information here, and you're going to be able to click to get a ticket. And Tony and I think, might follow the same format that we did for the HEX Meetup, where we're doing an update probably once every 2 weeks on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. And we'll be able to answer people's questions in the Telegram group, t.me/pulsehexcom. So with that being said, Tony, do you have any more points before we wrap up for today?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it for now. I mean, as we go down the road and start putting everything, the logistics together, we'll let you guys know, especially about your hotel stay. Where we're gonna start getting you links to get your hotel stay. Get that. That's gonna be a little bit down the road because until we pretty much secure the space. Once that happens, then we can go ahead and get it's called a host hotel, so that we can get you guys great screaming deals and discounts on your hotel room, and of course and then you can start booking your tickets, your airplane tickets, and all your logistics to come out to Vegas. So just so you guys know, right now the state of Nevada, everything is open. I mean, large gatherings are still open. Um, the only thing they're requiring is your mask. They are requiring mask in large, public spaces. So definitely wear your mask when you come to Vegas. Okay.
Cool. Yep. And we'll keep updating everybody. So for now, I'm going to run the exit video, and we'll look forward to hearing from everybody and seeing everybody getting their tickets and supporting the community. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and stake wisely, my friends.
That's right. See you guys on the flip side.
Bye.